While you at it peeping this shit, go ahead to youtube.com/waterwaytv and subscribe to that shit. Yeah, you know the waves in it. Baseball when hitting a home run, hit it with the coldest rains. And even on my bad days, I'm a clutch to finish. The track diminished, the booth burnt, hands is itching. Damn.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to a new episode of Waterwave TV interview podcast segment. Today we got
X10,
Rich-Goone, Alekai,
all in the building today. Do you guys have a name for your group, or is it just you guys just make music together?
well, we call ourselves Three.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the big three.
Yep.
That's kind of that's what I was gonna call it at the beginning. But yeah, let's talk about. I want to know kind of like where you guys are from. You were just talking about how fast you talk and the accent you got. Where is that from exactly?
LIB, Liberia.
Okay.
Yep. So we do so in Liberia. Like we got a talk called Kulokwa. So it's like slang. So everything we say way faster and we say it shorter.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't sound like, real English. Like if we say water, we'll say give me water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I'm saying? If we say like women, we'll say, oh, look at it, one more there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, type shit.
I feel that.
That Brooklyn Park shit. Yep.
You
How about-
in Broken Park, you gonna hear a lot of that.
Is that where you guys are all from?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they from Broken Park, but I'm from St. Paul, from the east side.
Okay. How did you guys end up all meeting each other then?
Well, I met Rich-Goone, was on the same team called Team Nice. I used to dance with his little brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I met him through his little brother. And after we met, we just clicked. Because, we do music and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, after that, I ain't gonna lie, everything was just cool, smooth, started hanging out all the time. And was even roommates, for a year and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is it like growing up in Brooklyn Park?
Shit, it was cool at first, but now everything crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you go, they're shooting here, they're shooting there. It's crazy, but at first you could go outside and have some fun. It's different now, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the youngsters who doing all that stuff, man. But we just try to stay away from that and keep the positivity going on, man.
What about St. Paul for you? Your experience, I guess.
St. Paul, a little different, I mean, St. Paul ain't Broken Park. It wasn't Broken Park, but now Broken Park's turning into St. Paul.
Yep, I was just gonna say that.
It's kind of like it's messed up, but shit. Tough times, confidential.
Where do you-
measures.
Where do you see the direction of like the Minnesota music scene going with all the different cities? 'Cause it seems like rappers are coming out of a bunch of different cities now. It seemed like originally it was Minneapolis and St. Paul were the only people. Now you got the Brooklyn Parks, Blaine, St. Louis Park, Apple Valley area. Even you get to the Rochester. Everyone's making music nowadays. So what's your opinion on rapping being from certain cities and maybe claiming Minneapolis or claiming St. Paul or some stuff like that?
Well, the thing is, some people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think of the cities, you think Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah.
Right.
But people don't understand some of the things that goes on in the other suburban cities and stuff. I used to live in Eagan for a little while, and some of the shit that I seen in Eagan would shock some people that live in St. Paul.
Yeah.
They wouldn't think it happened in Eagan and stuff like that. But there are things that goes on in other cities, and there are people that are going through it that are talking about it, and they want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the music scene is definitely on the up and up. People are recognizing good art, and they're just tapping in,
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, my thing is, like you said, when everybody think about Minnesota, they think about Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Yeah.
But they got to understand that Brooklyn Park, we got some artists from there. I'm from there, she from there, he from there. And one person who was putting up from Brooklyn Park is that guy Soda.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good for the music scene. But everybody just got to pay attention and do their research, because Minnesota is big. It's not just Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of other cities got it popping. So to just for Minnesota to be like Minneapolis and St. Paul, that's not doing Minnesota proper at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of dope artists coming from everywhere. Like I said, Brooklyn Park is one of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think I've talked to a few artists that are from Brooklyn Park, and I've liked all their music so far.
Yeah.
Either coming in the store, or I've done an interview with a couple of them, I believe, too.
I mean, everybody dope, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, we just trying to put Minnesota on. We ain't trying to put Brooklyn Park, St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Right.
We just trying to put Minnesota on. So
Right.
if everybody can come together, do good music, put out
Yep.
good music,
Support
great
each
energy,
other. Yep.
everything will be good. That's all we need. Just everybody come together and work.
I feel that, yeah. And I think one thing that you guys do really well that a lot of other people don't do, or they just haven't got that far in their career yet, is forming a group like a full team. You don't necessarily need to have a rap group, but like having people you make music with consistently,
Yeah.
you can feed off each other's fan bases, off each other's energy, different styles you may make of music in the studio,
Right.
and then having like a cameraman, like Davey Dave was doing the behind the scenes work at the moment. So yeah, my question was like, how did you guys start making music together? Because you said you met through like friends of connections and whatnot, but like how did the music stuff start?
Right. She met me that way, and I met him through Dave.
Okay.
Through Buddy.
Yeah.
But the thing about
He
Dave,
and Dave knew each other.
we've been knowing each other since Africa. We used to stay together, lay on the same floor.
Right.
You know, we know the hard times. Like we go back. So
I met him through him.
She met
Right.
Yeah, I met him through
But the
Rich-Goone.
funny thing is, this person, I'm gonna be nice. Here is very, very, very intoxicated individual. First time I met her was actually in the club. She was so drunk she offered me a drink without even knowing me. That's the first time I met her. And then me and Buddy did a song, and then she met me through him. And then I told her the story. She couldn't even half remember it.
I remember that shit.
You know what I'm saying? But I just knew off the energy that she gave me off that first time I met her.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I mess with this motherfucker. So it was just like, cool. Let me just see what's going on. Then we met through. But me and him did a song. Called, what was that called again?
It was something called LIB Girls, man. Something for the culture.
Hit my line. That was hit my
And
line.
hit my line too,
HML.
That was the first two.
We did that, and then we met through that, and then we all just eventually just. I mean, it was kind of a weird situation because we did the song, and then out of nowhere, me and her connected, and then we started hanging out, and then all three of us started hanging out, and then boom, it was a couple of
We
summers
did it
ago.
in my basement.
At her
we
basement.
Just came over one
We
time.
just came
was
over and
chilling,
set up the studio,
started
chilling.
playing beats, and then that's how we just kept
just
going
started
and
going
going
from
and
there.
going. We like literally was in the studio every day. We made maybe 3-4 songs every day.
That's good.
Yeah, just
type
putting in the
shit.
work.
Yeah, so we got a lot of music.
Yeah.
At this moment now, we talk about 2 years ago now.
Shit,
So,
yeah. We got
So
a
at
lot
this
of
moment,
music,
it's
a lot.
it's a whole lot.
In like a week, we made more than like maybe 30 songs. Yeah.
Well, when you guys first started making, because I'd say with the stuff you've been releasing, at least this
Right.
past year, you guys seem like you guys make music together very well.
Yeah.
Like it just sounds right together.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's three separate individuals.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys actually like have some type of flow and cadence together.
It's the
Was
energy.
it like that at the beginning? Was it like kind of rough at first, or was it like just straight from the get?
It was smooth.
Smooth
Like
as
by the
hell.
time we
Smooth as
met,
transition.
when we got in the studio, we did the first song we did was Menace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that song and we was like, oh shit, all right, throw another beat on. And then we went again, we kept going, and everybody just sounded like perfect together with no noise.
It was no issue. Nothing. It was
Everybody
like
perfect.
we just blended in. Like one person would say, "Okay, I got this hook. What y'all think?" Boom. All right, I like that. Let's go. Next person say, "Yo, I got this verse. What you think?" Or "Yo, I got this idea. What y'all think we should go with this?" Boom. Let's go. It wasn't like no hassle, no fight. I mean, we have our little, brotherly love and moment and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the energy between us, people know we'll argue and all that shit. But at the end of the day, we're gonna cheers to our greatness. You feel me?
So you said you knew Davey Dave before you met them, right?
Yeah.
So when you guys started making music as a group, was Davey Dave always there, or was that like a later
He's
addition?
always been like the glue
been there,
holding
been
people
there.
together. Because I remember when he was in school in Mankato, he was messing with Buddy real heavy. So that's how me and him got the song together at first. And then he had a show going on in Mankato. He invited me to come out. He told me Buddy was gonna perform. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pull up. So I pulled up down
Who the
in
hell is
Mankato. Buddy.
Rich-Goone food, you know the menu.
Rich-Goone. So so me and Rich-Goone, we went down there. We did the show. It was cool. Since then we locked in. But Davey Dave always been like the person, the glue, just holding us together. It don't matter because I travel a lot when I'm out of town and stuff, and we not, everybody's busy. She got her own business going on. He got a lot going on too. I got a lot going on. So when we kind of not communicating, he was always the one to make sure that everything is within tune. We staying connected and stuff like that.
Facts. I say he definitely a great multi-tool for like a manager, cameraman,
Exactly.
blog
Yeah,
artist.
exactly.
They're
A lot
on
of
He
shit.
does a lot
doing it
behind
all
the
for you
scenes that
guys.
people
Is
don't
what I've
see.
noticed. Definitely,
He's like
definitely a good person
he's
to
like
have.
a manager / cameraman
Slash your friend,
business
your
guy you
brother.
talk to when you wanna mess with us type stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the songs you guys have released together, at least visual wise. Menace was the first one.
Yeah.
And then I read on here, Picture Me Rolling and Beyonce. Which one out of those three, before we get to the Minnesota Most Wanted song, which one of those three do you think represents you guys' group the best?
Menace.
Menace.
Menace does?
Yep. Cause we telling people we're coming out here, we're coming to do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We don't got time for no noise or no beef or none of that. In Africa, we say no noise. That means like when you say no noise, it's like all that blah blah, the beef crap. But we just make it short and be like no noise. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically it represents us because we 3 motherfuckers that do what the hell we want to do, and we don't give a fuck.
At the end of the day,
I'd say all your songs give off like an anthem vibe.
Yeah.
Like each song could be like the anthem that kicks off your guys' crew, and then like I fuck with the Beyonce song, like the island vibes and whatnot. Like I think like each one of your songs can fit a whole different crowd of people. Like you could go wherever you could perform at whole different types of crowds for each individual song. And you find someone's gonna like it.
Right,
is there one genre or one vibe that you guys enjoy making the most?
No. The thing
not
about
really.
Or one that's maybe clicked better for you? One that like
the thing about us, actually, the thing about when we making music, I hate for people to try to box me in, try to box you in as an artist. I'm an artist, that means I'm a creative individual. I'm versatile. You can put me on pop, rock, any genre, and I'll do my thing over there. So like, it's not like one we try to stick to, because as an artist, you got to be able to be comfortable anywhere they put you at.
Correct.
You got all these other famous people like Drake. He could hop on a Bad Bunny song and make it go off. Lil Wayne did a whole rock album, stuff like that. So I hate to be boxed in. So we just create whatever type of vibe you feeling.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Like,
We really don't even
literally.
We don't come in the studio with like, hey, we gonna do this.
Yeah.
We
So
don't. We just come
We
in the
just
studio and
create
say, hey, we
everything right
meeting
there.
up. Where we meeting up at? Location. Boom. We pull up, set up the studio, get the vibes right, start playing beats. Sometimes we don't even start the beat from the package of the beat from the top. We just jump in the middle and just pick a beat.
where do you guys usually get your production from, like your beats from?
Well, we buy it from different people.
yeah, it's varieties of
Yeah.
producers and
different
stuff.
people
Like,
depending on the
there's no
vibe.
specific one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe that's
So-
you guys looking for like a person to have in house to be your main producer.
I don't
Is
know
that-
if that would be
sometimes
possible.
It's better to do
Is that-
like
is that
to
some-
do different producers.
Yeah,
'cause
different
everybody
people.
bring
End of the
different
day,
flavors.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
That's
we're
like-
gonna because the thing is, some producers are specific to certain style of beats.
Right.
Yeah.
Certain producers specific to certain styles. So, and we are people. We do different type of beats. You put any one of us on an Afro beat, we'll kill it. You put us on a rap beat, we'll kill it. You put us on an R&B, we'll murder that mother. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, some people can't make the beats that we may want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the mood we may be in.
Yeah,
So
like
we know
different people.
when we get into the studio, we're just gonna play a beat, and if it's the one, we're gonna know. If it's not the one, we're gonna skip on to the next. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. But doesn't mean if we skip a beat, doesn't mean that beat is not good. There's gonna be a day where we're gonna come through, and that moment is gonna be, hey, remember this beat? Yeah, and then we might feel it today, and do a song on it. You know, so nothing really goes to waste.
Facts. Let's get into the Minnesota Most Wanted while we're on the topic of your music video releases. That was the one that we shot in the store here.
Yeah.
That was
You're
fun to
right,
be a
right,
part
right.
of. What was the creative process behind that for, I guess, anyone that had watched the video or hasn't watched it yet? Kind of like, because it was like it was all set up scene by scene. Like there was a lot of thought behind it.
Right.
Maybe Davey Dave knows half.
We
the
gotta,
story,
yeah, we
but-
gotta give a quick credit to Davey Dave on the creative aspect of that, because that's my bands that came up with that. He definitely killed that, and Dave, we want to shout you out on that, my boy. And anybody that need some work done, you should hit my boy up at Davey Dave.
There you go. But yeah, what was like why did you choose what you chose for that video to go down? I guess like what was the message behind it?
Oh, because of the way. Oh, you can go, Richard. Okay.
Nah, it was with the mask and everything, the president mask.
Yeah.
It was trying to. There was a video game, I forgot the name. It was like a spinoff of that. So like you robbing the place and stuff like that, just to show a little something going on, so you don't just come like get straight to the music and performance, to keep the people interested. But the president, it was based on, it was a movie. They robbed the bank with a president mask, something like that. It was a spinoff of that. So
Yeah.
that was first the thought plenty process, and he just added everything he had to add from there. We took it from there. So
Yeah.
Definitely fit together really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man, he called us, and he told us, he said, this is what the ideal I have is, and
Right.
what y'all think, and y'all can add what y'all want, extra stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it kind of fits with the song, because we kind of wanted the aspect of, hey, we're individuals who are gonna stand behind what we stand behind at the end of the day. So if you don't, depending on what route you want to go, we're ready to go that route type thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the peace of mind is what we look for. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we out here trying to rob nobody, but the idea of it is to show it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
So we do
we do things that entertain people at the same time, because at the end of the day, we're entertainers. You know.
Is there what have you noticed so far? What to get a fan base from a certain demographic, like dropping a song called Minnesota Most Wanted and like giving an energy of what you want to give to like try to just draw in like a Minnesota audience. You know, like what have you noticed that's been working nowadays to draw a certain crowd from a certain demographic? Because I know back in the day it used to just be local shows, everyone would just do a local show to get the buzz. Now with social media, TikTok and everything, like it's kind of hard. Like it's almost like the local show scene is like the old school way of doing it, and now it's like it's just the internet is really that seems to do it. And I think you did do a good move, like naming a song Minnesota Most Wanted, shooting it in a local shop, like trying to just like create that buzz. But what have you guys noticed that has changed from when you started making music till now, I guess?
Well, like, back then, like you said, it wasn't too much access to the internet and all that stuff. You actually got to be on the scene to get people and stuff. Now it's more easier because you can just sit in your living room, share your songs, tag people, send links to other labels, different places, and people can see it easy without you going out. But me, like, I like to be out there. I like talking to people. I like to be in front of people because I want somebody to remember my face. Like, oh yeah, I remember you was talking and blah blah. So most of the time we go out. We interact with people. We get their Instagram. We show them our music. We make sure they follow us and like go on YouTube, press play or something.
Really
just to get the views
going.
And stuff. Cause like not every day people on the internet gonna click on your stuff. Not every day people gonna be like, oh, let me go click on this to go see this. You know, they will act like they see it. Or just like me. Sometimes I just like stuff. I don't really click on it. Yeah. So that's how a lot of people is. So it's like, you have to make things interesting for them to, see. Like sometimes, like how Shade Room you do the clickbait. You put like a goofy type step on. We put the link. That's what we do too. Sometimes we put like a goofy picture up, and we'll put the link on there. And like,
you click on it.
Click on it. Yeah.
And then there'll be a link to the song.
That draws a lot of crowd because people like to see crazy shit. So once they click on it now and they go straight to the video, like, oh fuck, you got me fucked up. After they come back and be like, you tricked me.
But sometimes though with that, it's like, especially with the internet stuff, it's like you have to be engaged when people come on your post and then they like it and they comment, especially if they comment. Like she said, people would like it and just keep pushing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when they comment, that means they're engaged, so you have to engage with them. You know what I'm saying? You're not bigger than nobody. Drake comment back to his people, so you feel me? Jay-Z does, you know what I'm saying? So the biggest of the biggest people does it. So who the hell is you to feel like if somebody's telling you your shit is hot, to not give them a thank you or I appreciate you, and make them feel important, because at the end of the day, those are the people that's gonna buy your music. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to give back love, the same love that they're giving you. You have to give it back. You can't just keep taking. You can't receive. You got to give too as well.
Facts. I'm curious, how do you guys all got your rap names?
Oh, yeah, I'll go first.
You wanna go first?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we just make music together, but we were all individual artists. So I started making music in like the 5th grade. I was rocking with 50 Cent heavy. So 50 Cent was my main inspiration and shit like that. So when a lot of people hear my music, they feel like I'm from New York, but I've never been there. But at first, I used to be called Lil 50 Cent. Okay. That was in the 5th grade, I swear. I used to be called Lil 50 Cent because I was so heavy on him. That's the only person who made me start making music. But then later on, I changed my name to Rich-Goone. That was when Plies was hot. He came out with I'm a goon this, I'm a goon that, Plies from Florida. So when he came up with that, I just took my name because my first name is Richmond. I just took the Rich out and took the Goon and put the Goon at the end. So I just became Rich-Goone. It got so it's basically from 50 Cent, Plies, get rich or die trying. The whole shit with the goon stuff going on. Yeah. That's how I got my name, Rich-Goone. So yeah,
let's stay on the topic. Like when you started making music in 5th grade, and you like 50 Cent, that's who you was listening to. I'm guessing. So what do you think of like how rap has changed and like how the big names, like how 50 Cent's music's obviously a lot different than like the Lil Babies and the Thugs and everything like back then. Like do you enjoy still like the new style stuff, or you still listen to the old school shit?
I mean, it's both. I still listen to the old school and still enjoy the new school because my 3 top favorite artists is 50 Cent, Michael Jackson, and R. Kelly. Those are old school. So But the new stuff with Lil Baby, Roddy Rich, I rock with Roddy Rich heavy. Moneybag Yo, you know, I still rock with that because I'm still young. But back then, 50 was the one who made me to start rapping. And it's not that far off, but I don't know what you consider new and old school to certain people. But that's the contrast between the artists that I still listen to. So, and it's a young guy sport. I'm 29, so I gotta stay focused on the younger crowd, you know, because they're my motivation and stuff like that. But 50 was the inspiration. The younger crowd keep me going. That's my motivation. So, because if they can do it, I can do it too. Yeah, so it's no difference to me.
What do you think of this is still kind of on top, off top, but what do you think of the Super Bowl halftime performance with 50 Cent and like
50,
Jay? They got out upside down and shit.
I think that was dope. I think that was dope because that was from the In the Club video. Like I'm big on 50, so he could do no wrong in my eyes, man.
You know, the new generation don't really know that in the club. So
Right.
So they were just all making fun of him.
Yeah, they don't get
That's
the thing.
iconic right there. So when he came down like that shit was bananas.
Yeah, I feel like that whole performance was huge for hip hop.
Hell
Like finally
yeah.
get some highlighted halftime performance. And shout out Jay-Z because he's controlling a lot of the music side of the NFL now. So he put that shit together.
Yeah, definitely. Facts.
But let's get to with the X10. How did it come up with? What does X10 mean? I guess, and then how did you come up with it exactly?
Well, you know, X is like the unknown, and then like in Liberia, like you know how you said rated X here? We used to call it. They call it real or X.
Okay.
Because they want to cut it short type shit. So I used to call myself Radar X. You know, I used to dance before I started rapping and stuff. Yeah, so I used to call myself Radar X. So one day I was just sitting there and I just like, I don't know what the fuck the 10 came from, but I just started calling myself X10 and my African name Abba. I coordinated with it. I put it as, so I started calling myself X10 ABA. And then after I made that name, like people rather call me that name than the Radar X type shit because it was like I was full of shit. So they started calling me X10 and that's how it just stuck. Like sometimes I even lie to people and say my name is Xtina. Like, yeah, that's my real name type shit. Yeah, but I don't know. The X10 name is just powerful to me. It's like when you see me just like X, and I'm like, what's up?
Yeah, I had a couple theories of what it could mean. So I was thinking like X10, well, because the Roman numeral X is the number 10. Yeah. Right. And then I was thinking, all right, well, or is everything you do it times 10. Yeah. Like that's what I was saying. I was like, it's probably like that too, because sometimes I do be extra with my shit, you know, because like I said, I like people to remember me. So when I do shit,
she's
I do extra. You feel me?
Yeah.
You gonna remember me when you see me.
You can add that extra.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And 10 times extra.
Yep. That's her. Crazy energy when she performing. Crazy energy when she performing. Crazy. Security can't even hold her back.
Hold your girl because she might come dance with her.
Crazy.
I'm telling you.
Nah, but she dope as hell, bro.
You gotta be your artist. You gotta stand out. You can't be like everybody in the room. You can't walk in the room and just looking like everybody not. You gotta be like.
When she said extra, she mean that shit.
Hell yeah. That's why motherfuckers remember me when they see me play.
Right.
X.
Yep.
I'm sure you're gonna remember me.
That's
when
that
you
last
see me.
impression.
Yeah. So that X name is just strong, regardless. Like it's just X.
And you're pretty open that you're also a mechanic.
Oh,
like
yeah.
X10 the mechanic.
Man.
Now I feel like not many.
I gotta correct that. Rick, she ain't just a mechanic, she's a stud mechanic.
Like she said, that's big right there. That's what she says.
Not a lot of mechanics are females. Exactly. Real shit, man. She's a stud mechanic, so shout out to her.
And she makes sure to let us know that she, quote unquote, is the man, because she
fix
got to fix our cars.
No cap.
I'll be like, who y'all call?
Who y'all call when y'all
need?
We call on X Auto.
Yeah, you know, I do mechanic. Like,
man.
Mechanic is one of the things I'm really, really big on. Like, I love mechanic even more than music. People know that. Like, because it's like everybody said, it's something that, you know, a lot of women don't do. Even though Minnesota got a couple of women mechanics that I met. And I'm like, whoa, we got to start some shit out here.
Real shit.
Type shit, yeah. So, it's like, when people see me type shit, they be like, I didn't expect you to come. And you all skinny like that. You ain't gonna lift anything. I'm
gonna jack your car up, man. Give me the tools.
Just wait. You gonna see by the time I go inside. Yeah, cause you know, I do mobile, so I come to them. I just be like, go inside, go watch TV. Once I'm done, I'll call you. Once I come, when they come back, they be like, you done already? That was fast as hell. How the hell you even got that shit up there with your skinny ass? I was like, you know, I don't know. It's like, it's just crazy, yo.
Yeah, because I think it's dope because like you can embrace like two forms. Because a lot when people are music artists, sometimes they're like I wouldn't say scared, but they just don't want to show like their normal 9 to 5 life because they want to make it look like pull off that image of like I make only money off music, but in reality, everybody knows you're not. So
we all know. Come on, man.
So it's like I think what is cool too is people can maybe like skip behind someone that is open to like showing like whether you're not a mechanic or you work in an office or you work at a restaurant or something like that. Like they're like, oh, you're another person that's just grinding out here trying to get it like me.
They're gonna relate
instead
more.
of like, oh, you're already hot shit. I don't need like, fuck. Like I think it's good to like not hide like the reality of what you got going on. Like you still want to show off. You still want to have that artist
that
motive and that artist like image.
At the end of the day, we all gotta.
But you can be rapping for a real person, and then you faking stuff.
What I think is on Rick, you gotta try to relate to the people. If you feel like you already made it, then what you gonna need the people support for? You feel like you already made it.
Yeah.
So there's another person clocking in 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You may work at a warehouse. You may be a trash pickup guy. There's one of your fans doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you trying to hide it, how they gonna know the backstory of you and be able to relate
I'm
to
not
your
shy
music
to say what I
and
do.
be able to support
Because
you?
I make money every damn day.
Yeah, at the
Once
end
I
of
walk
the
out my
day.
house, I'm making money.
Yeah.
I tell
So
motherfuckers
there's
like
nothing
this.
to be shy about that.
I tell people, I say, it don't matter whether you picking up trash,
Yep.
like, or whether you wiping ass at the group home, or whether you doing whatever the hell you doing, as long as you making money to keep your lights on in your house and you got a family and you putting food on their plate, at the end of the day,
You're doing good.
you living what life's
Great.
supposed to be.
Shout out to
You
everybody
know,
doing
everybody
their thing
doing
out
their
there.
thing. Whether you clocking in 9 to 5 or 5 to 10 or 11 to 7, and you getting money.
Even
I
if
work a
you-
regular
you feel me?
job, but I
It don't
still
matter
make
if
sure
you're
that my
working for
artistry,
people.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still
Yeah.
make sure that we put in time to put in the artistry, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because you need money. You need money to
Oh,
make
yeah.
this shit happen.
In
So you,
America, you need money.
Yeah.
Like in Africa, when your landlord comes to your door, you can be like, "Look,
Yeah.
leave me alone. Go
Exactly.
home.
I'll
Don't
pay
come
you
here
later."
again." Like you can literally tell him that. Like if you come back here, I will slap you. That motherfucker will leave.
Till he get mad and
In
go pay
America-
somebody to kick your ass out.
Hell yeah, the sheriff gonna be coming for your ass.
Man,
Good
you know,
luck.
but at the end of the day, everybody, you know, money is money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, you just got, everybody got to get it.
yeah, and you need money to fund the music
Don't never feel shy of
career.
what you
Hell
do.
Yeah, work hard. Do
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
do. Once you
We've all worked dirty jobs. At the end of the day, we come home and wash our hands. You feel me? And we're clean again. So we gotta get the money.
Let's
I can drink a Guinness.
yeah. Let's get to how you got your name now and kind of like your story, your individual story.
Well, my name Alexkai. Well, that name was created by my grandmother. The meaning of the name is King Warrior. I usually never used to really get called Alexkai because people used to say my name wrong when I was younger. They used to say it all types of messed up way. So I used to tell people my name is Alex.
Yeah.
So most people that know me in a certain aspect of life will call me Alex. People that know me from certain parts of life will call me Rude Boy or King AK or AK. But Alexkai was never a name that I was really too fond of because people always used to say it wrong. So when I was young, I didn't like the name. So I never used to tell people my name was Alexkai. I always tell people my name is Alex. But when I would go to school, teachers would try to say my name, so people from school know my name is Alexkai, not Alex. So eventually, I realized that females like the name. You know, the girls would ask me what's your name. I'd be like Alex, and Alexkai, or I'll tell them depending. You know, I just started going on with it, and then I noticed people, not just females, but people are liking the name and asking what's the meaning behind it. So I just eventually went with that name as my artist name, and didn't really tell anybody that's my real name. You know what I'm saying? So, but Alexkai is actually my real name, created by my grandmother.
Fine. That's how I got my nickname, was through my great grandma.
Yeah.
Was Ricky.
Yeah.
I feel like grandma's always coming with the best names.
Hell yeah.
But when did you start making music then exactly?
Well, my mama is a singer. I've been a singer since I was a kid. I used to sing in the church choir and stuff like that. And you know, as I grew up, eventually, I lived in different countries, lived in different cultures. Kind of, if you really listen to my sound, you can hear different sounds in it. That's because I grew up in Ghana for a long time. One of my favorite artists in Ghana, probably you don't even know this name. Probably nobody in this room knows this name. His name is Terry Bunchaka.
Okay.
Nobody knows who that is now, but he's dead. May his soul rest in peace. But that dude really influenced kind of the style of music that I wanted to do when I was younger in Africa, because he was just different. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he enjoyed what he did. So I kind of took some of that his style, from the way he dressed and stuff like that, is different from what I do now because of the culture I'm in now. So it's kind of influenced how I dress now. But there are some times where I still kind of go back to that influence. I started singing as a kid. Eventually, moved from church. Eventually moved to the streets because we had, how life changed and stuff like that. Can't really go into details. We don't have too much time. But as life changed, I eventually was outside, and outside influenced my music and stuff like that. I started singing more circular music, is what we call it in Africa. I started singing more secular music, and I started to find out that I had love for it. Eventually, I moved to the United States, lived on the east side, lived over here in the Midway too as well, in St. Paul, Snelling, and that influenced my music as well. So I really started rapping in St. Paul, but I've always been a singer. So I started rapping in St. Paul, hanging out with the guys in the car, hotboxing and stuff like that. That's really where I started rapping, but then my singing influence still, was part of that as well. I always made sure when I was rapping, I was always sing, so just to let people know, like, yo, I'm a good singer, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I can sing and stuff like that, but I started doing music basically since I was a kid. I've always been influenced by the Bob Marleys. The first rap song I'll ever say that I rapped, well, I used to like, the OGs like the Jay-Z's, the 50 and the Looks as well, and stuff like that. But when I came to America, I was really influenced by Lil Wayne. I remember the first songs, the first lyrics I said when I first came to America was, "My leather so soft, my top so soft. Probably even know you niggas up, and I go so hard." And when I said that, I didn't know what people were hearing me. And then the African American dude was like, "Yo, you listen to that?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, that's hard." Hey, me and him got cool since then. And I was like, "Oh, so this is what people listen to out here too." And it's just because I was new to the culture, I didn't really know anything about it. So it was kind of like, okay, so this is the same culture basically, but just a little different. You know what I'm saying? So I just got influenced by it, and the Bob Marleys, the Lucky Doobies, and the Peter Tosh. And the singers out here, Chris Brown. I ain't even gonna lie. I used to listen to Chris Brown hard, and what's her name? Jennifer Hudson, as well. So
All right.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I think being versatile, being able to sing, and like having a lot of backgrounds of practice, like you didn't just pick up the music, you actually practiced it for years, being part of a choir and being around it and listening and everything. And I think like you guys really do click really well as a group. You guys have so many different backgrounds. You guys have traveled a lot. All different personalities, but they all come together in such a good way. Like it's just like you guys are all three completely different people, but you put them all in one room, and it's just like you guys. Before we started, you guys are cracking jokes, making fun of each other, and going back and forth. It just like works really well. But like as a group, what is kind of like your guys' like main goal? Like, what do you want to accomplish out of music together? And then obviously you have individual goals as well. But like, is there like some certain things that you want to like do, like give back, put back something, buy a certain car, get some land? Like everyone has their own goals and what they want to do. Like maybe you want to start and let us know.
Right. I mean, we all just make music together, and we just happen to click like that. But at the end of the day, we're all individual artists. But my main goal is, they can speak for themselves. My main goal is, I'm not just trying to be successful, get the money, and just keep it for myself. I'm trying to take care of my kids, my family, and I'm trying to go in my old neighborhoods, pay a couple single mothers rent for the whole year, get a different type of charity organizations, domestic violence victims, rape victims, a whole bunch of stuff. So it's not just I'm not just grinding for me. You feel me? That's my goal, because at the end of the day, you're only successful with how many people you can help. So that same money you get that people put back into, you got to take it and put back into the community. So when I'm in the studio, I don't just think about me. I ain't a selfish artist or a selfish person. I'm trying to be successful so I can go ahead and help the needy, take care of my family, stuff like that. That's the true meaning of wealthy right there. So that's my goal. Put myself in position to be able to put other people in position, So
Facts.
My goal, honestly, is to help my country, Liberia. Like, we got so much talent out there, and there's no hope. Like, no hope at all. Like, so I want to like make this money, go back, start like a big, but how Tyler Perry did in Atlanta, like that big production company. I want to do something like that, just to give the kids some hope and stuff. Cause like I was sitting watching live the other day. It was like a little the elementary fashion show, and I was so sad. I was like, damn, these kids so talented, but they ain't going nowhere. Like nowhere at all. The only way they're gonna get somewhere if they get a visa and come here, go to school and do something. But honestly, there is no hope over there. So once I make some money over here, I'm gonna go back over there and make sure everybody be successful in their dreams. Everybody got jobs. Everybody do what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my goals at the end of the day is just I want to speak to, like I said, to the kids back in Africa, in the sense where I want to let them know that just believing and even having the faith of a mustard seed, you can accomplish a lot. I had no chance of coming to this country. God somehow made it. I was able to. I just want them to know, like, you can come from nothing and become something. I'm not saying I'm where I want to be, but at the end of the day, I want them to look at us, whether we're individual artists or together. I want them to look at us and say, if they can do it, I can do it too. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're the quote unquote pioneers of what's going on, because people never really paid attention to us. People never really paid attention to where we came from. You even giving us this opportunity to discuss and even tell you some of our stories and backgrounds is like, their people don't even have this opportunity. You see what I'm saying? And we're trying to let them know, in a sense, like, look, you can have the opportunity. You just got to work hard and put yourself in position. You know what I'm saying? Believe that you got something, and don't wait for the next man to say, yo, do what you got to do. What you doing? I believe in you. No, you got to tell yourself, I believe in you. And I just want them to know, like, believe in what you do. It don't matter whether you ass or not. I never used to rap. I was trash. I used to try to freestyle in the car and rap, and my mans and them used to laugh. You know what I'm saying? But when I sing, they'll shut up and listen. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I got better, and they started to listen now. And to the point where now they would come up and say, bro, can I hear some unreleased shit? You know what I'm saying? Like that, stuff like that. Now they want to listen to my rap songs. You see what I'm saying? But it's just about believing. I just want everybody to have a chance to know that you can have an opportunity, but you got to go get the opportunity. It's not going to come to you. We didn't just get this by sitting down in the house and hanging out. We got this opportunity to come and interview with you by being outside, by you meeting us, by you talking to us. You know what I'm saying? Connections. You have to network. And I just want people to understand, especially for young kids coming up, whether to see this now or whenever to see it, just believe in yourself. At the end of it. That's my goal, to just prove that you can come from anything and make it to the top with the best people, and see your name. They just need
opportunity for somebody to give them an opportunity.
That's all. And even though we want people to give us an opportunity, you don't have to wait for it. You have to go get the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Being able to provide, being able to provide as many people with the opportunities that they maybe couldn't find themselves is definitely a great goal. I think all of you guys can achieve every single one of those goals if you just keep grinding, keep your mind set on what you're doing it for.
Believe in yourself.
Just keep and all that stuff. But is there anything else you'd like to add before we finish off the podcast?
Well, go ahead.
Let me go first. I'm working on my album. It's coming real soon. I might drop that in July. We got a lot coming on. We trying to work on the merch. I got a new single coming out real soon. It's called Can Never Lose, motivational music. So when this interview out, it's probably going to be out by then. You can check that on all platforms, Spotify, everywhere. Follow me on IG, RICHGONE. And the title of my album is going to be called Can Never Lose. That's my first album. So I've done 3 mixtapes and like 2 EPs, and this is my first album. So this the big one right here. So around July it's gonna drop. So stay tuned. It's called Can Never Lose. I go by the name of Rich-Goone. Shout out to Waterwave TV, man. Let's go.
Anything else? You guys cleared? You good?
Just want to say thank you for this opportunity, for having us on your platform to do what we gotta do, talk about ourselves, I also got some singles that I'm working on too. I did this song called Food with my guy Nazim. I don't know if you know Liban, Nazim, and them Spencer. And I got a couple of work coming out. We got a couple of stuff coming out too, like videos and singles, So everybody follow me at XTen ABA. Anywhere you type it, I'm gonna pop up. If you need a car fix, hit me up at XTen ABA.
That's the guy.
Pull up,
there you go.
Fix your car. I pick up parts.
That's the guy.
You know what I'm saying? You can get discounts, whatever, blah, blah. Just hit me up. I got you.
How about you?
Well, what I'll say, we do got a lot of work in store. We got a lot in the vault. We've been working on the EP, so we're looking forward to getting that dropped as soon as possible. I also got another EP coming out too as well. I got some singles and some features with some people. I got a video dropping pretty soon here. Time frame, really, we don't know the exact time frame, but we got some work coming on. We just got to work around certain things. You can follow me on Instagram at Alexkai. It's spelled Alexkai. Twitter, I do have 2 Instagram pages, so you can follow both. I'll follow you back on both. Or on Facebook at Alexkai. Same thing. It's that simple. YouTube, same thing. Tap in. So. Yeah, and shout out to Waterwave TV. Shout out my man Davey Dave in the back doing the background.
Shout out my dog Davey Dave, man. You need videos.
Shout out everybody in the city.
Oh God damn! Oh God.
And shout out the East Side. We appreciate them. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, I got one thing to say.
Dogs.
Don't forget to subscribe. Waterwave TV, man. Support everything that got going on. Come visit the store. Shout out to Rick and everybody on the Waterwave support. You feel me? So Minnesota, come out and show some love, man. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, if you need that video, hit up your boy Davey Dave.
Right.
I got them.
Yeah, tap in with them. All their social medias will be in the description. You know, you can always book a studio session with us at waterwavetv.com. You can do it right here at the shop. And yep, they got my full support, so you guys go support them.
Oh yeah, they got the coolest freaking thrifting things over here. If you a thrifter, come through. Period. Man.
Gotta come shop. Gotta come get.
Thanks for listening. Right. Have a good day.
Yeah,